guys, welcome back to Scry guys, and today we're going to do a deck tech of one of the spoiled legendary creatures from Bloomburrow, which I'm very excited to talk about because when I saw this guy, I was like, oh, I already know what type of deck I'm going to make, which is Hugs Primal Surge EDH deck tech. So let's get right into the commander, which is Hugs Grizzly Guardian, 2 green, 2 red, and an X, Badger Warrior legendary creature. Trample. When Hugs Grizzly Guardian enters, exile the top X card of your library till the end of your next turn. You may play those cards, and then you may play an additional land on each of your turns. And so 5/5. So that card is really good for our deck. Just become Primal Surge. You just need X, just get to 10 mana, and you get to just do this guy for 6, and you hit Primal Surge on top. You basically win the game if it doesn't get countered or no one stops you, which is really nice. But yeah, that's basically it of this guy. I'm very happy that they made a stick like this where we get to exile the top X card of your library. And you could make infinite mana, just do this guy, just play everything, do all the fun stuff. But yeah, let's get right into it. The list here. So we are playing 44 creatures. So we're playing Apex Devastator, Arbor Elf, Outland Jackal, Augur Autumn, Azusa, Baloth, Balefire Dragon, Beast Whisperer, and Bird of Paradise. So we do have some top ends here, which is Apex Devastator, Baloth, Balefire Dragon. So we got 3 payoffs, and then quite a bit of mana, just some mana acceleration here, like Arbor Elf, Outland Jackal, Augur Autumn, Azusa, and Bird of Paradise, and we got some draw here with the Beast Whisperer. Really nice card. But yeah, there's just nothing to say here. I mean, Augur does get creatures as long as we have Coven, which we have at least 3 different creatures with 3 different powers. But yeah, I think I like it here. Just to make sure we get to 10 mana, and then we get to do our commander things. So let's move on to Bone Horde. Ooh, excuse me. Bone Horde. Dracosaurus. There we go. Dracosaur, not Dracosaurus. Kirkabloom, Champion Lampalt, Circle of Dream Druid, Delightful Halfling, Delna, Wild Mage, Elvis Mystic, Atali Primal Conqueror, and Eternal Witness. So all the cards pretty good, so we do have the payoffs here. We got Bone Horde, Dracosaur, Champion Lampalt, Delna? Jesus. Wild Mage, and Natali Primal Conqueror. All really good cards, and Natali does hit on the top with Primal Surge, which is really nice. And then you could transform it just to kill someone, which I do love. And then we've got Crinkle Bloom, just a little bit of interaction there. Since we are not playing any instants or sorceries because of Primal Surge. And then we have Champion Landfall, which is another nice payoff there. And then we got some mana dorks here, which is Elf Mystic, Circle, Dream Druid, and Delightful Halfling. The Eternal Witness just helps us recurse some cards that may have good counter like Primal Surge or anything top end that we do need during that time. So let's move on here to Feldorn, Dread, Wolf Herald, Farhaven Elf, Flame Retardant Source, Fury, Goblin Archaeomancer, Goldspan Dragon, Gwynna, Eye of Gaia, Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard, and Karlak Fury Avenues. So we do have some really sweet top end here, which is Feldorn, Dread of the Wolf Herald, Flaming Tyrannosaurus, Fury, Goldspan Dragon, and Karlak Fury Avenues. And then we do have some little bit of ramp here, which is Goblin Archaeomancer, and then also Farhaven Elf, just to look for a basic land, putting on battlefield tapped. And then we got Gwynna, Eye of Gaia as well. And then got somewhat of protection spell here, which is a Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard, sacrifice legendary creature you control, get +1/+0, and gain indestructible to the end turn. That's the only one that I could find that gives some of our creatures protection. Some are legendary ones that are important in this list. So he could be taken out for something else if some new spoiler does come out, and you could probably just take out him and put in a new furry creature in there. So I think it's fine. But yeah, I think everything in here seems really sweet. Love it so far. So let's move on. Ignore the blank spot. That was a duplicate, but that's okay. We got Lionel Elves, Maglehorn, uh, Battle Driver, Oracle Medaya, Professional Facebreaker, Silver Drybuilder, Silverback Elder, and Sombrol Sage. So all the cards are pretty sweet. So we got Lionel Elves for mana acceleration, Sombrol Sage, and Sakura Tribalder. All really good cards in the Oracle Medaya as well to play more additional lands. And then we got Maglehorn, a little bit of stacks for our opponent just to get rid of our artifact that we don't want on the battlefield. Then their artifacts in the battlefield tap, so this could slow them down with their treasures, with Smothering Tithe and stuff like that. And then we got Ogre Battle Driver, which is another haste enabler with Primal Surge. Once we get that guy out there, it's basically over. But it is a really sweet card with any of the other cards that we have in here. And then we have Professional Facebreaker, which is a really sweet card, just to help us accelerate up to 10 mana. And then we got Silverback Elder, really sweet card as well, because whenever you cast a creature spell, choose one destroy trigger artifact or enchantment, which is the most important one. And then we could look at the top 5 and put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tap, which is a nice accelerant there. And then we could gain 4 life off of them as well, so it's really nice. But yeah, let's move on. Surrak and Goreclaw, Terror to Peaks, Toski, Brass the Hidden, Vexing Susser, Wood Elves, Woodland Bellower, and Zapandrel, Hunger Dominus. So all the cards are really important here. So our top end are these. So we got Surrak, Goreclaw, Terror to Peaks, Brass the Hidden, and Woodland Bellower, and Zapandrel, Hunger Dominus. So all the cards are really good. The most important one here is Vexing Susser, just because we can make our Primal Surge uncounterable, which is really nice. And he is really cheap. And then we got Toski for draw, Wood Elf for more mana, and then Woodland Bellower just to tutor out that Vexing Susser, which is really nice. And then what can I say? Like, just all the top ends are really nice that I have in here. I really tried to find any other, like, good top end to put in here. I mean, we could go nutty, but I want to make sure that we could cast arch spells. That's the most important thing. So I want to make sure that we have the most mana efficient, like, creatures that we have, since we are playing 44 creatures. But yeah, I think that is it for the creatures for now. Very excited. Then another haste enabler, as you can see there. And then just double power, double toughness. Really nice. But yeah, I think it's really neat so far. Let's move on to the 4 artifacts that we have here today. And we have Arcane Signet, Doors of Doran, Lightcrafter Bestiary, and Soul Ring. So we do have some mana accelerate as well. So we have Arcane Signet and Soul Ring, and then we do have a little bit of draw with Lightcrafter Bestiary and Doors of Doran. So whenever you attack, scry 2, and you may reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and attack until your next turn. It gains trample if you control a dwarf, hexproof, yada, yada, yada. But we only care about the tap and attacking part, so it's really nice if we do play some fatties, and we could cheat them out with Doors of Doran. So I really do love that. And we are playing 1 sorcery, Primal Surge. Everyone knows the card has been out for almost 13 years or something like that, but it's a really fun, dumb card that can win games. I really do love it. So let's move on from this. And we are playing 15 enchantments. These 15 enchantments are Elemental Bond, Fable the Mirror Breaker, Gurg's Uprising, Growing Rights, Guardian Project, Counter Transformation, Monstrous Vortex, Price of Glory, and Rhythm of the Wilds. Elemental Bond, Gurg's Uprising, and Guardian Project helps us draw cards here. And then Fable of the Mirror Breaker draws a card to make it a 2/2, and then flips over to make a Kikijiki, basically. And then we have Growing Rights to make more mana if we have 4 or more creatures, which is really nice. Base strategy to God Cradle for us. And then we have kind of transformation to a little bit of removal for us, since we don't run that much removal besides Fury and stuff like that. Monster Vortex, which is really nice for us since we could discover X, basically just Cascade. Get something 5 or less from our top and cast it without paying mana cost. Price of Glory, which is really good for us. Whenever a player taps a land for mana during another player's turn, destroy that land, which helps us make sure our Primal Surge is castable. without getting countered, and if it does get countered, our opponent gets punished by tapping land for it. And then we do have Rhythm and Wild, help that creatures can't be countered, and then we get it put on a +1/+1 or give it haste. And we also have Rising of the Day, Tribute to World Tree, Tribble to the World Tree, and then we have Unnatural Growth, Up the Beanstalk, Wild Growth, and Zendikar Resurgence. All really good cards. We only have one double mana, which is Zendikar Resurgence. You could honestly add more. There's a couple cards that we'll actually list here, which is Rising of the Day. You could actually take out and replace it with something in Unnatural Growth. Both okay cards. I just put them in here because I couldn't think of anything else to put in these spots. But you could honestly, it's your style. You get to play however you want. Take out any card that I recommend. It's all about testing out cards that you love and seeing if they work. So, but yeah, we have a couple more draws in here, which is Tribute to World Tree, Up the Beanstalk, and Zendikar Resurgence, and then Haste Enabler, which is Rising of the Day. And then Unnatural Growth, another pump spell for our creatures, and then more Ramp, which is Wild Growth. I think all the cards are really good so far. But yeah, I think that is all the enchantments. Let's talk about the mana base. Woo! We are playing 35 lands. So we're playing Arena Glory, Cinderglade, Command Tower, Crag, Crown Pathway, Exotic Orchard, Grove, Burn Willows, Carplusion Forest, Rockfall Vale, and then Rootbound Crag. All pretty good so far. And then last but not least, we are playing Shifting Woodlands, Spire Garden, Stomping Ground, Wooded Foothills, and 13 forests and 9 mountains. So that is the mana base. You could also switch however you want. You don't have to play this mana base. I just want to keep it budget under at least $350. This whole list is under $350. Trust me, $350 because the reprints that there are right now. But yeah, I think that is today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment on today's video. But yeah, I am very excited about the upcoming spoilers. I saw one of them, which is a Rakdos commander that whenever you tag, you exile the top card of the library, and then if you discard a card, you get to cast it for free, which I do love. I love casting opponents' spells and using their deck to win the game. So that might be next week's deck as well. But yeah, I think I am going to get out of here. Hope you guys liked today's video. Definitely comment if you want to see a high budget deck. Let's try to get 15 likes if you guys want to see a high budget deck, and I will make it next week as well. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful Friday. I am going to get out of here. See ya.